Hey, good morning, friends. Pastor Jason here with our Friday check-in. Hope you are having a wonderful morning so far. Hope you have a great weekend. You're able to get out and enjoy this sunshine some. I was grabbed this morning by the devotional that was in our upper room disciplines today. So I just want to share just a bit of that for us. The scripture lesson the last couple of days has had us in John chapter 2. It's the story of Jesus cleansing the temple. He walks into the temple, sees the money changers there. It says he fashions a whip and starts to run out the money changer, starts to turn over the table, spills the money all over the place. People come in and ask him, by whose authority are you doing this? And Jesus talks about how it's supposed to be a house of prayer and you've turned it into a den of thieves. How zeal for his father's house has consumed him. The author of the devotional today makes a very fascinating and compelling point for us to consider today. In light of this whole situation, he says this, it says, these teachers of the law, it's kind of those who are in charge of the temple. These teachers of the law had grown complacent, letting their own house of worship become a market. They failed to recognize that these sellers and money changers were probably taking advantage of the people they were supposed to assist. And is that acceptable in a worship space? Those in charge of the temple had become complacent. Those in charge of the temple had just gotten used to the fact that this was happening, that there was some lying, some cheating, some stealing, some thievery going on. A little bit of sin had worked its way in to the temple. And just since everyone had gotten used to it, they stopped caring. They stopped trying to change it. They stopped trying to make it right. Again, going back to the devotional today, we fear change because we fear who may be upset by those changes. We ask for signs and messages from God even when the answer is right in front of us. So how can we be a braver people? And what are we afraid of living more fully into God's vision for us, to live as God's people? So friends, I invite you just to consider this text that it comes from John chapter 2. Today's lesson is just 18 through 22. I just ask you to consider yourself maybe not so much as the place of Jesus today, as coming in to set things right and upset the tables. But if you're just a member of that church, a member of that community, is there something wrong going on around you, around us today? Is there this little background sin that we're all just turning our blind eye to, that we're just afraid to speak up about because we fear what that change may bring our way? And what if we can push that fear aside? What if we can get by that hesitation and, trust that doing what is right in the eyes of God is what's right, no matter what kind of pushback we might get from the world? Friends, how do we move past some complacency today and get to a place of taking some action to make things better, to make things just, to make things fair? Friends, I invite you to spend some time considering that today. Have a wonderful Friday. Be safe and be well. And remember how much that you are loved. Thanks, friends. Bye.